Hello everybody, thanks for joining me again. Well, this week I'm starting a little mini series. I had a suggestion from one of my subscribers that I should get on my bike and travel around the Brixham area to take some photographs. So that's what I'm going to do. The clocks in the UK went back last weekend, so it's now officially winter. So I thought it might be a good idea just to stay close to home and stay green by taking my bike out. And on a day like today, who could argue? Well, I was really pleased with this first image. I was hand holding the camera so I could get a good composition, and as it was so bright, my shutter speed was 1/1000th of a second, and it didn't compromise the ISO, which was 200. Really pleased with how sharp the image of this little egret is, and with quite a nice background as well. Good start to the day. As I'm cycling, I'm travelling a little bit light, but I have brought two lenses, the Sony 200-600 zoom lens and a 16-55, because there's some nice landscape shots to be had here. There's the pontoon in the middle of the creek here, and then in the next bay there's an old wreck on the beach. So I might try a picture of both of those. Well, the conditions aren't great, but I'm trying to make the most of this. So I've got a variable ND filter on just to give me a slightly slower shutter speed, but there's a lot of movement in the flags and masts, so don't want to go too slow. And I've got a polarizer on, and I'm just moving that to different positions to see what sort of effects I can get. So I'm at f11, ISO 50. I'm currently at 1/30th of a second shutter speed, and with a 2-second timer. Well, not a bad photograph, but not as good as that egret. I was toying with the idea of doing a long exposure to blur out the water, but because the pontoon and the masts were moving, I couldn't do that. So I opted for this and just made something of the sky and the light as it shone onto the pontoon. I've just come round to the other bay, and I've come to photograph this old wreck, and also the trees and rocks along the bay here are quite interesting, so I might try those. And of course the house behind me here looks nice, overlooking this small bay. For those of you who are interested, the bike I'm using is a GT Avalanche Expert. Had it a couple of years now, and I use it to commute to work every day. Really nice bike, and took it down some of the green lanes last weekend in the wet and the mud, and that was good fun. So I wandered around this old wreck for quite some time trying to get the best composition. I think this one works best, getting close to the bow and letting the side of the boat lead you into the background. You've also got the leading line going around to the right following the coast. And I have accentuated the blues in the boat with this and taken the other colours down a little bit. And as I said, the house behind me looked really nice. I could have done a shot of the whole beach and most of the house, but I think this section with the boat in front looks really nice. Very simple. I like the small windows, I like the boat. And again, I've taken most of the colours down and just left the reds and yellows. Well, I think I'll end the video there. As I said, I'm going to do a little series of winter photography trips around the Brixham area and make it into a little series. And who knows what I'll find. There's a nice sunny day today, but with the nights closing in, I might do some nighttime photography around the harbour in Brixham and travel along the coast into Paynton, Broadsands maybe, and the other way towards Dartmouth. Anyway, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you all again next week. But for now, cheerio.